Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to give you guys a little cooking episode here. It's been a minute since we did a Cooking at the Cabin episode. I'm Josh, I'm Primitive Patriot Outdoors, and this is going to be our next Cooking at the Cabin episode. So we're going to do a venison stir fry. We've got venison in the fridge already marinating. We made a special marinade sauce for our stir fry, which includes a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of some seasonings. We use Hunt Chef Big Sexy Beast. It's the only seasoning that Primitive Patriot Outdoors uses, and that is Hunt Chef. Then we got a couple tablespoons of pepper. Then we have our venison steaks. There's a 1/2 cup of olive oil, 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/2 cup of whiskey, and a 1/4 cup of mustard. And then we add a little bit of soy sauce to give it that stir fry flavor. So the venison strips are in the fridge right now marinating. We're going to go ahead and start prepping and getting ready to make one heck of a meal. So what we're going to do, we have sushi as an appetizer. We have pre-made egg rolls. You can get them in the store anywhere. I didn't have time to actually make egg rolls, so I just went to Tops and I actually bought the ones that you just pop in the oven. The egg rolls, pretty much you just preheat the oven to 450 degrees and you cook 12 to 15 minutes for the egg rolls. So we're going to go ahead and start getting this ready to preheat. That way, by the time we have everything over here prepped, the egg rolls can go in while we're cooking the stir fry. And the stir fry takes about 15 minutes to make as well. So what you would do, you are going to get your pan. You'll cook your meat first until it's brown on all sides. And then you'll go ahead and separate the meat into a different bowl to keep hot. You'll prep your vegetables. And then you'll add your noodles in about 2 to 3 minutes for the vegetables. 2 to 3 minutes for the stir fry. Then you add it all together up for another 2 minutes. And then there you have a simple, easy venison stir fry. All made within about 30 minutes. So we're going to get ahead and start prepping this. Alright, we're going to turn our warmers on here. I'm going to add, I'm going to get it about medium heat right now, just to start prepping things. We're going to add a little bit of oil in there. That way we can cook our meat. Grab our meat here. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. We'll go ahead here and add our strips in to the oil. It's been marinating pretty good now. Oh yeah. And I'm going to save this marinated sauce so that way we can also add it to our stir fry. Oh yeah, look at that. It just looks good. And that's all of our meat right there. Alright, so now we got our meat in here. You want to make sure that you cook it all, the meat, so that it's thoroughly cooked through, and also that's pretty brown on each side. So we're just going to keep in here and warm it up. About 5 minutes of cooking here if you do it right. I've added oil in there. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit, get a sizzling going. And while we're doing this here, I'm going to add some more Big Sexy Rub. It's a Big Sexy Beast Rub from Hunt Chef. And I love that stuff. We go through that stuff all the time. I mean, the Big Sexy Beast is good on almost any type of meats. That smells delicious. Oh yeah. Oven's almost getting fully preheated here. We're about 377 degrees. Then we can throw in our egg rolls. And I recommend, if you're going to cook egg rolls, to get wax paper, like a cookie sheet, and throw your egg rolls on top of the wax paper. This smells so good already. About a couple more minutes here with the meat, and we should be good to go. Now what I'm going to do is, when the meat's done, I'm going to strain it. That way I only get the meat, no oil and stuff like that. And then what I'll do is I'll reuse the oil to cook my vegetables and then my noodles. Oh yeah. And just to see how it's being cooked in the meat, I like to pull it apart. Yeah, she's pretty cooked, so which is good. That's about golden right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring it over here. Set that there. And I'm going to pour everything in this. Bingo. Now I got to put my there. Oh yeah. Look at that. Delicious. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I've strained it, I'm going to pour the meat right here into a little pan just to keep it warm and heated. The strainer can go in there. And now I'm going to take this oil and I'm going to put it back in the pan. Oh yeah. Get it all in there. Put that over there. Now I'm going to add my vegetables. And we got green peppers here, yellow peppers, red peppers, and some onions. We're going to get that to a sizzle. The oven says it's done, so we're going to go ahead and get our egg rolls into our oven. Cooking time is going to be 15 minutes. Start. All right. And we're going to want to cook these vegetables for about 5 minutes. And then we'll add in our noodles. As they're cooking there. These a little bit more stir here. Oh yes, those are looking good. And it smells good too. A lot of flavor in there with the peppers. The oil in there. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our noodles. And make sure they're all broken apart. And then this is where we're going to add a few more ingredients here. And this will all get stirred together to get everything broken apart here. Don't mind the mess. Let's put all that there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our stir-fry sauce. And I went with just basic stir-fry sauce. You can get it at Tops. And you want to add about 3/4 of a cup to it. We'll fill this all in. half. Add that in there. And then right about there. That's about beautiful right there. Want to get that all stirred together. You want to make sure you cover all the noodles with the sauce as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this rear heater on back there just to keep my meat warm. Look at that. Now, I like flavor, so I'm going to add some soy sauce in with it as well. And then I'm going to also add a little bit of more Hunt Chef's Big Sexy Beast Rub, just for added flavor. Look at that. Oh yeah. I'm making a mess here, but that's alright. I'm a guy. We're allowed to make messes in the kitchen. That smells delicious. Oh yeah. Add a little bit of pepper. Not too much, but a little bit. Add some salt in there. Bingo. Got it all sizzling now. Make sure you constantly stir to make sure all the noodles are cooked. And bingo. Now what we'll do is we'll add in our meat. Get that all up in there. Oh yeah. This is looking delicious. And like I said before, I'm going to add a little bit of the marinade in there. Bingo. Oh yeah. So our stir fry is complete. It's looking really good. So I'm going to grab a little piece here and see how it all turned out. Oh yeah, that is great. It's got a whole new kick to it since we added the Hunt Chef, the Big Sexy Beast Rub. It tastes like your traditional stir-fry dish with an added kick. And man, that was the missing ingredient right there. Oh, this is delicious. That is on point. That is like on point, on point. Oh man, I cannot wait to serve this up.